Hi, people. I'm having to go live on my phone. Okay. All right. Can you see me here? All right. Let's just ask the questions here for me, please. Okay, guys. I'll see you as you come in. Keep coming in. Let me just plug this charger in. Yeah. Hi, guys. Jade was here. Um, I'm just doing live from here today, so I'm waiting for a few of you to get in, so we can get started with the questions. All right. Um, okay. Just send your questions into WhatsApp, and I will take them from there. Um, I have a various things to address today, which is what I'm seeing going wrong generally in the group already, and this is to do with the science behind what you're supposed to be doing and when you're supposed to be doing it. Right? The understanding the reasons why you're supposed to do what you're doing and why. So I created a yellow group. So everything that is in Sprite is evidence based. It's not done just out of um, thoughts. It's just done from evidence. Just a sec. Let me bring up the WhatsApp. Yeah, sorry guys. I need to see the questions. I'm not getting the questions through from you guys. Please send through the questions now. Send through the questions so we can address this. Give me 1 second again. I'll have to bring the WhatsApp over to here. All right, in order to get the information to you. 1 second. All right, so no questions have come through. I'm just going to address what I'm seeing, so you guys can then follow this through at a later time. I'm not seeing any questions in the group. All right, not seeing any questions in the group. I'll come back here in a minute to see if persons have questions to ask. Right. Okay. So the system is designed to maximize fat loss. The reason why there are different groups is to do with how much body fat you have at the same time, addressing the different processes to promote the highest fat burning process. Insulin is the master hormone, right? Insulin is critical for allowing fat to burn when it's low. If insulin isn't low, your fat burning process isn't as rapid. So the reasons why in the yellow group that you're using more fats than carbs is because in the yellow group you are having fats twice per day. So in the yellow group you get to have fats twice per day, whereas you only get to have starch once per day, because every time you have starch you secrete insulin. Insulin goes up, which shuts down the efficiency of burning fat. So that's why the yellow group, you should not be combining carbohydrates and fats, right? Very important. So, okay, I'm getting the questions through now. So I got an F for a meal that had carbs and fat, but someone got an A for the same meal this morning. Who got an A for the same meal? We need to go into that. I'm not aware of that. Can you bring back up that meal for me? But you're not in the yellow group. You're not to combine carbs and fat at the same time, right? In the yellow group, this should not be allowed to happen. Carbs and fat should not be combined at the same time, because you're then using two energy sources. And as I mentioned earlier about insulin, every time you eat carbohydrates, insulin goes up. Once insulin goes up, the fat burning process goes down. So every time insulin goes up, the fat burning process goes down. Very simple. Do not use carbs and fat when you are in utilizing intermittent fasting, because we're trying to extend the fat burning cycle. Whereas when you're on one meal a day, the fat burning process is extended over 23 hours because you aren't consuming any meal for 23 hours. So Chevy, can you show me this meal? It wasn't deliberate, but let me see the meal that you're talking about. Um, Ricky Walsh shares one yolk only. Um, one yolk only. Now, Ricky, it's very important that you have only one yolk because though you're in a group where you can eat 3 meals a day, you have a greater possibility of having too much food, right? So the yolk as well can also be high in cholesterol. We have to be careful of that as well. So yolk is substantial. The egg white is where the most amount of protein content is, not actually in the yolk. All right, so for this one, let me see what Chevy is saying. No, this one, there's no fats and carbs at the same time. This is the egg here is the protein, and there's also some other protein of this inside of the vegetables. The starch is what the starch is now, right? The starch is where this isn't the start. Yeah, this meal is scored correctly. This meal is right. One starch is here, and that's the source of carbohydrates, right? So that meal was right. Right? So Chevy, that meal was right. Okay? Where was the avocado? I'm not seeing where there's any avocado in that meal that you've highlighted. It's bread. This is breadfruit. The breadfruit is the starch. Right? The breadfruit is the starch. This meal is definitely an A. There is no fat here. So I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. They mentioned it after. Let me have a look again. Well, I didn't see it in that plate, guys. When I come through to score, I'm just checking and scoring what I see right in front of me. So if there was a let me just clear this up so we can have consistency. I never saw where an avocado did. Okay, so the person mentioned. Okay, guys, please do. All right, that's making it very tricky for me. All right. There is no avocado on the plate, but then avocado is mentioned in the text. I'm scoring what I see in the text in the plate. All right. So, in order for me to score stuff, I'm scoring what I see on the plate. If you send extra stuff on the plate and you didn't eat all of it, I'm not going to know what you ate. I can only score what I see on the plate. Also, there's a large amount of you guys who are not sending meal pictures in. You will get an accountability call over the weekend, right? If you don't send meal pictures in. So we are already aware of who the persons are who are consistently taking part. Those of you who are not sending pictures in, we are not able to quantify what is going on. So Ricky, we've addressed that. One yolk only. Is coconut water allowed for the yellow group? No. The yellow group should just stick to what is mentioned on the charts. Okay? No coconut water for the yellow group. Coconut water it has sugars in it. If you utilize it, especially outside of the fast, you're going to shut down what I'm trying to do with IGF-1 and then secrete insulin to bring back up blood sugar. That's not what we want. We don't want blood sugar to be raised. Okay, any more questions here, guys? I'm just trying to make sure we cover everything. Any more questions, please? I can't come to you now. Not now, when I'm finished. Any more questions, please, guys? I'm trying to get all these questions now. Can you explain the yellow group has to eat multiple times instead of doing OMAD? Okay, Miss Vickers. So the yellow group, okay, so we'll come back to Chevy in a minute. I'm doing Miss Vickers right now. All right, so Miss Vickers, the yellow group can eat multiple times because we're trying to correct how you're eating. All right, good fats will help to stabilize your hormones and actually help you to create a better fat burning overall and for the long term. So the yellow group persons are males over 20% body fat, females over 27%. If your body fat is at that number or more, it is an indication to me that you're not even eating properly. So we're just trying to get you to eat properly first in order to allow you to get ready to move on to OMAD. So based upon what is happening with persons in the yellow group, because of body fat is, we are trying to just introduce you to normalize eating, right? Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question, Ms. Vickers? Please indicate that for me. Okay. All right, let's run back up to what we are being asked here by Chevy. Can I mix ackee with 1 tin of tuna? Won't use any oil. Yeah, you can mix ackee with 1 tin of tuna. That means that your good fats is coming from the ackee. However, it's not one. The ackee will be a portion. Remember, guys, the portion size for good fats is only a thumb. A thumb. So if you're going to have more than the recommended portion per meal, you will be going over. Understood? Let me show you back again. Let's bring back the portion sizes again, just to clear this up. Don't want any. I have a thumb worth of ackee with tuna, then so be it. But remember, okay. All right, let me forward these back into the. Okay, that's good. So look at that. Look at the fats here, guys. If you're going to have too much eaten by the general population, so you can mix ackee, but you're going to only add a thumb size worth of ackee. Stick to the portions. Can you explain why the yellow group? Okay, we done that. Miss Sterling here. Perhaps some of us need to be reminded about different. Yes, different groups. What is allowed? There's a variation, but that takes time, guys. We're gonna get this over and done with time. So we got Miss Dana Tomlin now. Interesting, because I got a B2. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is Taylor's. This is Mr. Taylor. Yeah, Taylor was warned not to use this amount of avocado, right? He's not allowed to use that much avocado. So it's not one rule for one and one for the other. Okay? So Mr. Taylor, if you're out there, please remember you are only allowed a thumb size of fat. That's one slice of avocado. So remember, yellow group, you have the charts to follow. OMAD, you have a chart. Well, if you eat one full portion. The blue group, your restrictions are there, but you're just macro restricted. And the red group, you're fasting for 30 hours at the moment. Persons who are There's nobody who is in the orange group right now. That would, yeah, that would be it for the Aki that you can have. Yeah, you can go just a little bit over. So Miss Vickers, this would have been an A, no? Post-workout female yellow group. 1 can of tuna with a spoon of coconut oil. 3 eggs boiled, half a spoon. All right. The spoon of coconut oil already classed as enough. Spoon of coconut oil is already enough good fat, right? So for you to sorry, add avocado to that is going overboard, right? That's going overboard. Zone which I monitored yesterday at the moment for collecting points. You can use it there to store points instead of not store, but we will reconvert it back over. Um, for most persons who are trying to connect to the Spry Live app, chances are your Bluetooth is connected to something else. That's why it will give you a message at the top of the screen to basically say that you it can't find your device because basically your Bluetooth is connected to something else. So disconnect your Bluetooth from whether it's your headphones or whatever it is in order to make. Alright, so guys, there's a lot of you in the group where I'm not seeing your meal pictures. Please send your meal pictures in. Alright? Send your meal pictures so you can get the help. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up now. Does anybody else have any more? Okay, that's it for today. Alright guys, let's see how you get on. Remember there is no live tomorrow. Tomorrow is the election day in Jamaica, so persons probably be rather busy. But there is a call that will come back in on Sunday. Alright, on Sunday, I'll get a call out to you and you will be measuring on Thursday. Okay, guys? So take care until I speak to you again. Okay, we got somebody sending one last one through. Yes, it's a set. The activity challenge is 7 days. So you can vary the activity. If you see on our schedule, on a Sunday is a day to run. That's a recovery day. And on a Saturday, there's a recovery day. You're exercising different intensity of exercise, different level of exercise. So you're moving every day for an hour, which goes towards your activity challenge. And on the platform, there is 1 hour every day at least for you to take part in. That's it, guys. All done? Right, yo. We will talk again soon. Take care, guys. Okay, we're getting another one. Please just send a message through so I can um, wrap up for you guys. I'm seeing one more message coming through. Okay, great. All right, thank you guys. Bye bye.